New technologies are advancing at a rapid pace. The way we communicate and do business is changing. New models of payment systems, commercial activity, and even the way we keep track of things, like of complex supply chains, are emerging. It can be overwhelming looking for a modern solution. This is where the Core Group enters the stage. Core Group are communications and public relations specialists covering the latest in the crypto and blockchain industry advancement. They provide services such as press release campaigns, article writing, radio interviews, and their own monthly crypto magazine publication and daily crypto news portal, plus a whole lot more. Being one of the fastest growing crypto media organizations in the ecosystem, they are set to make a splash in this new technological area. Want to find out more about your favorite blockchain solution, ICO, or just want to stay up to date with the blockchain ecology? Visit their website to learn more at coregroup.info.
Hello and welcome to Core Radio. This is Lutz coming to you live with this special show. This show is just going to be me. No one else is going to be involved in this one. Sometimes, some things need to be said, and that's why I'm coming on today. We had a show earlier. It was about health and stuff, but it was interesting. But now I like to talk to communities and coins, and all these various ICOs going on. So many. It's hard to keep up with all of them. I mean, you got people on Twitter. Some guy named Saison. He's a shiller for NXT or Ardor or Ignite. I don't even know the difference. He's like, oh, it's you guys don't even promote NXT, and that's where you came from. And I mean, come on, man, really? I mean, you should turn around and you should point the finger at the coin that's not doing the promotions, that's not marketing, that's not doing their job of getting the word out there. Now, if it's a community coin, then you should look at yourselves. I mean, think about this. If you have 100 people in your community, and that's little, you should have at least 100 people, right? If you have 100 people in your community, right, and each one puts out a tweet, I mean, I'm not talking about all the social platforms here. One tweet from 100 people is great marketing. That is a beautiful thing when everybody does it, right? If everybody's involved in the coin and they want to see it aspire to something, then do it. Especially these community coins, where they count on the community to help out. I mean, there's a lot of coins like that, and there's nothing wrong with it. That's great. You have people with passion. You have people with they believe in a coin. They love the technology for whatever reason, and they want to see it. They want to see it go places. That's fine. Do it. So everyone in your Slack should be tweeting when something comes out. Now, there's another problem. How do you educate people about your coin? All right, and this goes for ICOs also. How do you educate them? I don't know the difference between Ardor and NXT, and I probably never will until I really deeply research into it, and I don't have time for that. I'd rather somebody put out a video so I can listen to it, or come on my show and tell me all about why it's different than all other platforms. Don't sit there whining and bitching about it. Nobody gives a shit about your whining and bitching. Nobody cares. You're going to sit there crying like Saison on Twitter. What are you going to get? Oh, it's your fault. Come on. Like, get real, man. You got to do the work. It's an educational process. You might have to hire somebody, to make a video about how your coin works. Why is it so special? What sets it apart from other coins? I mean, what do you invest? How do you invest in a coin, right? Me, I invest in uniqueness. Waves platform has a decentralized exchange right in the goddamn wallet. Holy shit. Komodo, decentralized exchange in the goddamn wallet. Does NXT or Ardor have that? I don't know. You know why? Because I haven't heard anything from anybody about it. So So go out there and educate people. It's all about an educational process. Now, if you are on a marketing team for a coin, there's a lot of things you should be doing. It's not an easy job by a long shot. There's a lot of things you need to think of. There's a lot of things you need to do. There's a lot of contacts you got to make. Not Twitter contacts. Twitter is just one social media. I mean, it's such a broad spectrum of areas you got to cover. There's something called OnlyWire. Check it out. I mean, there's like 40 different social medias just in that one, and that doesn't cover them all. Then there's another one called Buffer, and there's quite a few. I mean, we use Hootsuite also. Hootsuite is the best in my opinion. It allows me to stay on top of my game because it has monitoring streams. And these are tools that marketing needs to have. Your marketing team should have these tools provided by the coin, right? So what the basics here is, when you start marketing for your coin, okay, or your technology, you should have a keyword ready. All right, you should know your keyword. It's very important to know your keyword. What are you trying to rank for? What is your keyword gonna be? This is the basis. Now, even if you don't believe in search engine optimization, SEO, you should definitely know what your keyword is just for marketing purposes, because this keyword is going to be sprinkled on everything you do. For the fact that you want to rank for that keyword. When Komodo comes up, SuperNet comes up for anonymous currency, that's because it was pushed in that direction. All right, anonymous currency articles were created. Anonymous currency was put on the website. Anonymous currency social media tweets with the words anonymous currency in it. You understand? So yeah, this is your basis. Your keyword is your base for what your coin is doing. So what's your coin's keyword? All right, and then there's LSI keywords, of course, but that's a whole different topic. You definitely need those. Variations of your keyword are very important. And then you gotta reach out to people. I mean, if your coin is not reaching out to people, like my show, Crypto Core Radio, if you're not getting out there, you're not saying, hey, listen, I have a unique coin, I have a technology I think is really great. I'd like to come on your show and educate, your 900 people that are following you, right? And, you never know that one of those 900 people could be a big investor, could become part of your community. Community is another thing you need to cover, but there's various things you need to do to get your marketing on track. All right. It's not just about a tagline in a website. There's a lot more that needs to be done. All right. Now, press releases. All right. You don't do press releases because you want to get on those stupid websites, CNBC and ABC, and that's not why you do it. All right. The reason why you do press releases is so that other people could find you, other bloggers, other forums, other websites that do news aggregation. That's why you do press releases. That's the only reason, in my opinion, that you do it. And you should do it regularly. You should have press releases put out about your coin regularly, and it doesn't cost much money at all. Unless you're using PR Newswire, which is pretty expensive, but you know what? Their reach is far more expensive than, something silly like PR Buzz. PR Buzz is great. It's good for the little guys. We call that, in Core Group, we call that a low-level press release. All right, so we have multiple low-level press releases here at Core Group that we could do for you. But when you want to get a bigger audience, where bigger people are going to be, getting your content, such as Forbes, right? Big websites. Then you're going to go through Cision PR Newswire. Uh, that that is where they look for this type of news. Now, your news needs to be unique. And a lot of sites don't accept articles about your coin because it's promotional. We can't have promotional. You can, well, we can, but the fact is that you're not. All you're doing is it looks like you're selling a product, and you don't want to create an article like you're selling a product. You want to compare it to things. So for example, when you create an article, or your marketing team, or if your marketing team has writers, do like the 5 most anonymous currencies, in the crypto sphere, right? There's a title for you, right? And, well, in the title alone, you already have anonymous currencies as a keyword, all right? And then at the end of the title, you have cryptosphere. It could be a pretty unique keyword. Not many people, but you never know. Later on, 2 or 3 years from now, cryptosphere could be a big word, right? Like Bitcoin was nothing, many years ago, and now all of a sudden it's a big word. It's a really big keyword. So you got to think of it like that too. Many years from now, you could be the one ranking for it because you were doing it first. So press releases, you definitely need to do them. I suggest if you have an account set up with one of those unlimited sites, and this press release news site's about a dozen. We personally here, I can't tell you which ones we deal with. We do have Cision, and I believe we paid a shit ton of money for that. We are in it. The other ones we have, a lot of low-level ones, I can't really tell you because there's so many out there. That's why I can't tell you. There's so many out there. And I really don't want to divulge my favorite ones. So it's just kind of a one of those things. So, but you need to get them done. It needs to be done. So press releases regularly, every day. Reach out to websites that deal with Bitcoin, deal with crypto. You got to contact the website owners. You have to ask them if you could do business with them. That's something Core Group's already done, and we're doing more and more every day. And we have a whole database full of contacts to reach out to, and that's part of something else we pay for to get that database, right? Core Group has a lot of tools. We are expanding tremendously. I mean, I can't even tell you the amount of projects. Actually, I can tell you the amount of projects we're going to corner the press release market very soon. On top of that, CoreMedia.info is doing great, amazingly well, so well that freaking our website gets shut down for too much traffic. So we're going to have a new website up and running hopefully within the next 2 weeks, and it is going to be freaking awesome because we got a badass dedicated server ready for that traffic now. So we kind of had to close the floodgates, and it's hurting us a little bit, but if you look at Alexa, it's really not hurting us that much. But these regular HostGator, GoDaddy, it's not going to do anymore. It's not going to do. Especially if you're popular, I guess it just can't handle the traffic having a shared host. So you got your press releases. You got to reach out to these sites and get your stuff put up. Make a deal with them. Say, listen, can I get an article on your website? We'll write it for you. You got to do that. Your website needs to be search engine optimized, which means whatever keyword we spoke about earlier, the keyword you're trying to rank for should be on your website. Your website should have a blog, should have a forum. This is a really great thing to bring you up in the rankings for your keyword. You should have some type of support. You should have some type of wiki. Whatever your domain is, wiki.your domain, support.your domain. And remember, a subdomain is treated as a whole different website, but it still inherently gets your main site higher in the ranks. So it's not as good as actually being on the site, which you could do that also, but it's nice to separate things, right? Um, it could get very confusing, and the websites get very heavy when you add a lot of content to it, especially when you're adding all these, and if you're using a CMS, all these extra plugins will weigh it down, and then you got another negative. Now you're dealing with uh, a slow website, and a slow website is a really bad website because, as we spoke about in the Africa interview, most people use their phones over there. And if your site is slow loading on a phone, that's it. You're done. No one's going to go to it. It has to be mobile ready. It has to be very, very quick. I recommend Grav. Grav is a very good CMS. It's a flat CMS, a flat. I think it's called a flat CMS actually. Uh, it doesn't have an SQL database. It's a flat SQL database, which means uh, it's it doesn't have to go to a database and query to get the information. It's everything's right there in the files. There is no database, so it makes it extremely quick. So I would recommend that, or custom build a website with HTML. But you know, no one likes to reinvent the wheel. And the best thing about Grav is that you could copy all the files, and then that's it. That's your backup. You don't have to worry about backing up a database. More on promotions now. Community, guys. The coin needs to have a community. I mean, it's important. I know a lot of VCs out there look to see how big a community is. Where's your community? I mean, Slack has really gone to shit lately with all these phishing attacks, right? It's really a big problem in all the Slacks at the moment. But you need a community. You need to show how big your community is, and you need to get your community out there and start doing some social media twittering and get them to work. Get the whole community to work. Don't you all want to make some money? I don't understand. And don't go on Twitter like that. The Cesar guy. And you start saying, "Oh, NXT is the best. All these copycats out there." No one wants to hear you cry. No one. Educate people. You got to look at it at an angle where, how am I going to show people how it's different? What sets us apart from the other ones? All right, so you need a community, and I think Discord is probably a good idea. Let's go back to IRC. I mean, fuck, go back to IRC, man. I mean, IRC is awesome. Discord's awesome too because it's got the live chat in there, and people can actually talk to each other like I'm talking to you right now. So that's a beautiful thing. So you need a community. It's very important. You need to get your community involved with games, which is another project Core Group has ready and will be announcing soon. We could do promotions through rewards and what with raffles and different. We have a whole platform now for that coming out soon. Uh, we do have an exchange project going on. Once your ICO is up, we could have you on an exchange. We also have mining going on, a mining pool that we're going to set up where if you hold a certain amount of core coins, you can mine with no fees, which is pretty cool because I don't like fees when I mine. So one of the reasons why the project is up is because 2% fees is a big deal, especially when mining costs a lot of electricity. I personally like coins that come out and have their own blockchain. I'm not really a big fan of tokens, even though Token Summit was the best summit I've ever been to, best conference I've ever been to. It was totally awesome, and I'm going to go to the one in San Francisco coming up soon. So you need community. You need a niche, right? You need to identify your competitors, right? Who's doing the same thing you're doing? What are they ranking for? What keywords are they ranking for? You might want to look into that, right? Freak it, follow them, find their backlinks, find out where they're linking to, what they're using, right? That's always a good tactic. You need to get banners on different websites. You need to, banners are good. There's something called the rule of seven. People need to see something 7 times, even if it's just subconsciously, and it sticks in their brains. So when you actually come out with your ICO, or you want to tell people about, Ignis, Ignis is coming out, yay! And people look at it like, all right, well, what's this Ignis thing? I heard about it before. Maybe I should take a look. I think it's subconsciously registered 7 times. It's called the rule of seven, guys. Look it up. Definitely something you should take advantage of. Go out there. If you see a paid banner, for $50, put your banner up there. Who gives a shit? I think there's a couple on Fiverr. The websites don't have a very high domain authority, but it's out there. You never know who sees it. Come on the radio. Come on and talk to me about your project. I have 900 followers, and hell, I think I got coincidentally the same amount of followers on Twitter. Probably all the same people. Get out there. It could be audio. It could be get an article on coremedia.info. What's $99, man? Come on, $99. You put your article on Core Media. People see it. That's really nothing, honestly. That's a joke compared to the prices I've seen. Cointelegraph charging like $4,000. That's freaking ridiculous. We'll be up there very soon. As soon as we open the floodgates, trust me. What else can I tell you about marketing in your coin? Get your community involved. All right, you need to get everybody involved. That's how most of these great coins become great, because the community, they're so in love with it and the technology that coin gets really, really. Look at Komodo. Everybody in there loves Komodo. They have a huge community. NXT used to have a huge community. Honestly, I think they really screwed up by changing the name. Should have never did that. The new Ignis page, I just saw a demo or something of it. It looks exactly like the NXT brain wallet. So, hey, until they come on, I'm really not going to know about it until I see some type of news or some type of article. See what I'm getting at here? I'm not going to know about it until it gets out there. Now, there's also something called an MVP, right? A product. You need to have a product. Now, you don't need to have a product. You could just have a white paper and people could believe you. But having something already done really shows a really good value for what you're investing in. Like, oh, look, I could go into this interface and I could make websites. And look at Neos, right? Neos. As soon as V3 comes out, it's gonna freaking go nuts. Because you could build websites on the blockchain. That 100%, 100% on the blockchain. That's really, I can't wait to build a website on the blockchain. I'm gonna build my own Core Radio website on the blockchain. It's gonna be awesome. That's unique. That's something that's unique. Also, I like to mention that I'm making great profit staking Neos, man. It's the best staking coin I've ever had. So let's go here. So we covered competitors. Let me just get my list out here for you guys, because a lot of you guys out there, you need help with marketing. You really do. All right, so there's a trust issue, right? It's trust. Now, when people want to invest in your product and your coin, you got to develop some type of trust, right? And you got to do that any way you possibly can, right? So, I personally, there's some anonymous cats out there, like JL777, which it took a long time to develop trust, with anonymous people like him. But over time, man, I've spoken to him. He's one of the geniuses in crypto. One of the biggest geniuses. He's silent. Unfortunately, he's anonymous, so he's not out there putting himself out there. But he's awesome. Syntax from Neos. He's another great developer. Then you got a lot of old school ones, BTCD Dev, right? Mammox. There's a whole bunch of them out there. They're good developers. They're good people. And you know, if you don't have a reputation in crypto, then you need to make one. You need to get on Bitcoin Talk. Start telling people about your knowledge. Your website for your coin should have your LinkedIn accounts. All right, we should see your history, see what you know how to do, see your skills, your trades. Get on your say you're Earthcoin, right? Say, or whatever coin, right? Say you're a new token. Your website should have a list of all the team members in all their LinkedIn accounts, because investors, I mean, we're on the inside of crypto looking out, but think about if you're on the outside of crypto looking in. How do I know I could trust you? You need to have some type of real world resume, right? So LinkedIn is kind of like a resume. A lot of human resources, they look at that stuff. If your LinkedIn account does not look good, they don't hire you. Or you'll have to make a really good impression on your interview. Which is why you would have to come on air with me, and tell me about your technology. I'm very interested in learning what you have to say. You have that. Let's see here. What else? Tangibility or MVP. So you should definitely have some type of product ready. I mean, if you just have a white paper, it'll be a lot harder to sell what you're saying. But definitely, it's a huge plus if you have some type of tech to actually show people. Transparency is a huge topic. People want to know where the money's going. Is it going through an escrow? Can they see it? Can they track it? Is 1% actually going to marketing? Is 2% actually going to Joe Schmo, right? People want to know where the money's going when they invest. They don't want to see people squandering the money, and on top of it, they want security that the dev doesn't run away, which we've seen a million times, and we get burned, right? So, and now a lot of people won't invest until there's some type of escrow service in place. So that's very important. Now, marketing and education is another topic. You need to make YouTube videos, not just YouTube. Don't take advantage of just YouTube. There's Youku. There's Vimeo. I mean, every single alternative YouTube out there, you should be using all of them. Every single one of them. All right? Don't just stick to YouTube. All of them. All right? Everyone's got their favorite. You should be everywhere, anywhere and everywhere. There's no dilution of a message. There's no such thing. If somebody says, "Oh, we're gonna dilute the message," which I say because somebody had told me that earlier. I've seen it, in one of the teams I used to be on, and it just made no sense to me. It's just silly. You should be everywhere. Rule of 7. You should be all over the place. You should be out there on forums daily, spreading your word. You guys check this out. What do you guys think of this, right? I mean, it's all about what you put into it. I mean, if you're opening up a new store and you want to get the message out, you should have the balls to walk up to every house and hand them a flyer and tell them about it. You should introduce yourself, and that's how you do it. It sounds like a ridiculous concept, but it's not. If I was opening up a brick and mortar business, I would have 1,000 flyers, and I'd be walking up and down the neighborhood, knocking on doors and handing them my flyer and introducing myself to the neighborhood. It's the same concept, guys. Same concept. Education. Get your educational material out there. I like to interview developers. A lot of the CEOs aren't the developers, so they can't really get dirty and technical with me. I'm a network engineer. I'd like to get dirty and technical. I like to know exactly how things are going to work on the blockchain. You can listen to some of my old ICO interviews, and you can see me like with a big question mark, like how the hell is this thing going to work? you know, kind of baffled. And you can hear it in my voice. You know, I don't say I'm not. I don't. I'm very neutral. I'm not. I ask questions, and that's how I do my thing. If I like it, I'll tell you I like it. But if you know, if it's you could see, you could hear it in somebody. I'm not even going to mention any names, but you could hear it. It's community and participation. So definitely, we definitely touched upon that. All right. There's a lot more things that need to be done for marketing. Uh, Not just what I mentioned here. I mean, Core Group has many tactics: geofencing, IP targeting, AdWords. We have an AdWords certified person on the team. Uh, Google Analytics certified also. Uh, we got professional writers on the team that really do a great job writing. I mean, they are fantastic, and I personally can't wait for the new website, man. We're gonna rock. Uh, what else you guys could do? Reach out to all the interview people, like just like me. Go out there, find people who do interviews for coins, and say, hey, listen, I got something. I would like to come on your show. Do it. This is work that needs to be done by your marketing team. If you're a fanboy of a specific coin or a big investor, tell them, what are you doing, man? Get out there. You know, you got to put yourself out there. Look at Sasha from Waves, man. I mean, he's really busy lately. Let me tell you, he used to talk all the time in Slack, and now nowhere. But you know what? On Twitter, I see him everywhere. This guy's like going from country to webinar to, he's all over the place. And that's how you do it. I mean, he's making contacts, he's educating people through conferences. Definitely very important to do that. It's very important. Even if you want to get somebody to do that for you, which is another service that coregroup.info assists with. We have a representative in Africa. I'm in New York. We have people all over the place. Australia. That's basically it, guys. I have a lot more tricks up my sleeve, but those are the obvious ones that I feel like I got to tell you, because I'm not seeing these coins doing it. I mean, I see people crying out there that, oh, this is gonna be great. Honor is gonna be so good, man. I can't believe you're not talking about it. I don't know about it. I've never even heard about it. You know, I've never heard anything as to why they're good. Nothing. I've never seen an article about it. I mean, get a video. I mean, come on. I mean, how do you promote your stuff? And honestly, I don't even know if they have a marketing team. So, I mean, if you probably have a great coin, probably have a great technology. Get out there, do the work. I mean, get everybody on your team in your Slack. I mean, there's some communities that have like 8,000 people. That's freaking crazy. Could you imagine if you get 8,000 tweets? That's insane, man. 8,000 tweets will make you very popular very fast, I guarantee you. Anyway, I digress. So, hit me up, everyone. Don't be shy. If you're a great coin, if you are an Arter or NXT or Waves or Komodo or Neo's coin or Neo coin, or you know, there's a lot of good ones out there. Civic. I mean, hit me up. I'm ready and available to you know, make a time and a schedule for you to come on air and educate me, because even though I do know a lot about your coin, or sometimes I don't, but you know, even if I do, I'm going to act like I don't, and that's where the perspective I'll take with your interview. Just to educate the people out there who don't know anything about your coin. That's the best way to get mainstream to understand. You know, the guy next door to understand what's going on. Why should I invest in this? What the hell is this about? right? All right, fellas. I went on a nice rant here for a while. I hope you guys understand that whining will not get you anywhere. You should turn around, look at the coin, and say, "What are you guys doing? Why aren't you on radio shows? Where's the press releases? Where's the press releases? I want to see a press release every day. I mean, even if it's a low-level shitty one for $300 for a subscription for the whole year, that allows you to use it every day. Why aren't you using it? Why? Come on. Anyway, that's just me. I mean, maybe one day I'll have a coin, right, of my own, and forget about it. The marketing I could do is ridiculous. I mean, I used to be a liaison for a few coins. Now I work for Core. I like it. I don't have to hustle so much. I could dedicate myself to specific projects and get my projects done, and everyone here at Core Group gets paid. This is their job. This is no side job for us. This is what we do. We don't go to work in the morning and do this in the afternoon. It's not work. It doesn't work like that here. All of us here are full timers. So go to coregroup.info. Check out the packages. If you want something special, just contact us. Anyone, Lori Likes, Canoptics, just contact us and we could do something for you, no problem. House, we got many people on the team you could reach out to. They're more than happy to assist you. We could make a special package for you. If it's an ICO, we get a plan for you. ICOs, why make, another thing, why make it only 30 days? Make it a whole year, your ICO. Every month, let the price go up and up and up, so that people who took the risk early, get the reward. And then, as your products come out over the year, you release a specific amount of coins every month, for sale. I mean, that's my opinion. I think that's the best way to gain trust in your community. Not a flash sale. 30 months. We're gonna, we're trying to get this much money. Quick. No, I haven't invested in an ICO in so long. I like the old school coins, man. I like Komodo, SuperNet. I like NXT. I like Neo's coin. It's been out for years. There's some new ones out there. Florin coin. Freaking, they're doing some good work with IPFS. I can't wait for Filecoin. It's gonna be freaking awesome. I got 500 terabytes here just waiting for it. All right, fellas. This is your favorite crypto junkie, Lutz, host of Crypto Core Radio. And I think I'm done with my rant. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope it helps you with your promoting and your marketing. If you have questions, contact me and I'll help you out with getting your marketing off the floor. If it's a few minutes, I'm not gonna charge you anything. I'll just tell you what you need to do. But if you want some good consultation, come into Core, get a package for anything, and then we could talk to you for as long as you want. Because our time's worth something, especially with lately a lot of interviews are rescheduling on me. So I had to do like a little deposit fee. I had no choice. You can't waste my day. I have plans for that day to do things, and then I schedule you, and then you don't show up, and then you say, "Oh, can we reschedule it like 5 minutes before?" And dude, you just wasted my whole fucking day. Because I've been prepping for your interview all day. So think about it like that. A small little deposit fee of $30 isn't going to kill anybody. It just makes sure that you show up. All right, fellas. This is Lutz. Love you all. Signing out.